Hey everybody, this is Al with El Rey Collection. Sorry for the short notice here. Been kind of a crazy couple weeks, and I've just had some stuff piling up, and figured that I would get on, open up, see what anybody's talking about here in the hobby because I haven't been super connected to the Discord or really anything else as I'm trying to close out some things before the end of the year. So what I'll do is I will try to keep one eye on the. Hello, Alex. I will try to keep one eye on the comments and another eye on the stuff here, and also be on the lookout here for, in the next coming weeks. Hopefully, I've got my 2000s video coming up, and if you haven't checked out my 1990s video, go check it out on YouTube. And please, if you're not a subscriber, please subscribe. And also give me a like. Doesn't cost you anything. Just it helps with the algorithm for soccer stuff. What other stuff? Oh, so I've got my 2000s video coming up. On one of my last lives, somebody asked if I could, kind of guess my grades before sending it into PSA. So I took scans of a 35 card submission, and I will be making that video as well. So that'll be kind of fun to see how that one goes down. I also have some PSA orders on the way back. I also have a PWC kind of partial vault sending back to me for the collection. So that should be fun. So, I know it's the end of the year, but there should be lots of fun content coming your way from the El Rey collection. So hopefully, you guys will enjoy this mail. Without further ado, I can just jump into it. And hello, Jose Roberto Dines. Love that every time I have a live, you're one of the people who's always on. So appreciate that from Brazil. All right. So let's just start breaking into this stuff, right? That's where the fun is. We've got Christmas in November. So let's kind of get to it. And if anybody wants to, as I'm doing this chat about anything going on in the hobby or, anything else, feel free just to dump a question in there and we can kind of take it up. That's kind of, I should probably have a better opening device given all the mail that I open instead of just, opening scissors like this. So let's see. This is from the U.S. and ironically, though, it is some Italian stuff from what I recall. Let's take a look. Yeah, looks like it. So it's a mix of graded and ungraded. From what I recall, it's been a couple weeks, and it's been really busy weeks. I don't know about you guys, but 2023 just crazy blew by. I can't believe we're in November, almost closing out the year. It's probably one of the faster years that I recall. Maybe it's because I'm getting old, but all right. So here's some fun stuff. Go back. There's quite a bit in here, so this should be a lot of fun. All right. So here we go. First one, Virginio Rosetta, right? 1.5. Really good eye appeal on these 1930s cards. This is the majestic back. Really like that back. It's really kind of fun, right? So the CSG holders, look, oh, that was good. Now it's all straight again. God, not being straight drives me nuts. So they put these, and this is, I don't know if you guys have, all of you have graded, but I'm going to see if I can show this. See that slight little ridge right there? These are like little seal points within kind of a Mylar sleeve to prevent it from moving. I don't really love these Mylar sleeves. They kind of cloud the card a bit, but it does still present very well. It lets them use their holder for pretty much any size card. It doesn't slip around too much. So, I guess out of all of the, versions, just, that's one way to do it. And that's how CSG is doing it. And, in the end, I think it's completely acceptable. Not as crystal clear as I would love it, but this is cool. And, Virginio was one of the, better players of from Italy in the 1920s, and I'm just a big fan of him. I think he's very underrated. Here's a card that is also pretty cool. It's Raimundo Orsi. I know it looks like completely destroyed on his face, yes, but you can still get the essence of him, and it's a really nice back too. The Salante, and they have this as authentic. Not sure why. All these cards from Italy in the 1930s are just thrashed. So, picking up an Orsi, one of the best wingers and one of the best players of the 1920s and 30s is always fun. And then there are a bunch of other cards on here that are not graded. So here is a Depra, one of the better keepers from the 1920s. A lot of these unknown chocolate issuers. Here, this is from the 34 World Cup. This is Rosetta again. Cool back on this. It's one of the few items that we can actually pretty clinically date on the from the Italian issues. Is that 1934 World Cup issue? Here's a few other cards here that for Ferrari. So these are pretty fun. Again, almost all of these Italian cards from the 30s are issued in chocolate. This is the Zani, one of the most famous and prolific issuers. Cool looking card there. It's Il Valili. Nice card. All right. All these would grade authentics or ones pretty much, but you get these for the eye appeal. So there's some of those. What do we got in here? Let's see if there's any quick comments. Yeah, nothing. So Italian cards, this is really fun. Here's a Larotti. Right. That's kind of nice. And that's Rosetta. It's got some, here's an Orsi. Azani again. Making an appearance. This is a very Constantino, so this is a very rare issue. It's very fun. And then we got other Larottis. Of course, this set being made famous by not a really nice back, but made famous by the Mesa Larotti. So let's see what else we got in here. So on these cards, the one I would most likely grade these with CSG. If I was going to grade them, I have a lot of these unknown kind of Italian cards, and I would most likely grade them with CSG. They're pretty good about just saying, hey, it's an uncatalogued Italian issue. There's another Rosetta, like that one. I mean, super rounded corners. They may give that an A because it's like partially chopped off. It's so rounded. There's another Rosetta, Zalante cards. So yeah, some of these. Here's one. This one actually does have chopped off at the bottom here. Did I show this one? Yeah. Oh, here's a Zalante, and then here's a blank back. So fun. A lot of these, and then here's a pretty clean one. Also unknown, and again Rosetta. So not for everyone. If you're not collecting Italian cards, obviously these, but it's a nice little, I'll call it a stash of some pretty fun Italian cards. So those go right over here in the CGC pile or CSG. They still got me. All right, so on to the next one. Let's see. This one's interesting because look at all the stamps. Pretty cool, right? So this one comes from France, ironically, because you'll think it's really funny when you see what's inside these. So here we go. It's, it's actually kind of hoping this would be a little more sturdy um, packaging, but maybe inside here I'll get surprised. All right. Okay, dokie. All right. Oh, can you see this, guys? So I have in here, I'm just going to take these apart carefully. I really don't like traditional tape near my cards and stickers. Get rid of that in a hurry. So here you're going to see these packs that are in Arabic from the 1980s. And these packs have there's Maradona stickers in them, which I think are really, really fun part of the hobby. And there's actually 4 packages here of the different years that Maradona shows up in these sets. So they're really kind of unique. You don't see them that often. They're really hard to find these, at least in my experience. Maybe obviously if you were in Egypt, you may find these a lot easier. But for me in particular, have been trying to track these down for a while. It's just fun, as you guys know that follow the channel. I really like to get some of these unopened packs, and these are no exceptions. So these are little shipment in from the Middle East and via France, and so happy to have these. I'm just gonna put these over here. Make sure we have these graded at some point. I think they'll probably not grade terrifically, but at the very least, nice and have slabs. They're so fragile that it'll be nice to get them flat. So that's from France. Again, I think I had said this on another call. I mean, another call, another video. That over time, I really wish I would have kept my, just the stamps, and just I could have a pretty amazing stamp collection if I had done that. Alas, I have not, and I decided I'm not going to start now after 15 years of getting packages from overseas. All right. Yeah. So yeah, looking awesome. Yeah, good stuff. This should be a fun mail day. It's a little bit of everything. We just saw some Italian stuff from the U.S. This one is this is from this will be modern. I'm just wondering. I'm looking at this because I'm wondering how to get in. There's tape everywhere except this corner. So I think I'm just gonna try to get this corner off and then see if I can get the scissors underneath. It's always a mystery, right, guys? So yeah, I think this is going to be the best strategy. Can I get through it? Let's see if we get more information here about how it is. Not a lot more information. Okay, I should be good to cutting all the way across the top. All right. And this one comes from Peru. From Lima. So okay. Looks like it's in a top loader. That's a good sign. Tape, not a good sign. Let me just put it across the front like this. All right. So here we go. This is a Navarrete sticker of Luka Modric. This is from 2006. So not a super common sticker. It obviously predates what a lot of people treat his rookie as the okay, here we go. The way this is sitting here, but yeah. So this is just an early Modric sticker. Getting ready for the World Cup in 2006, and it's just uncommon. It's coming from Peru. It's not like it's impossible to find, but certainly it's just kind of a nice find out there. And this particular one looked to be pretty well centered. I think there's only a few graded. I mean, there are some graded. Actually, I'm going to put this in my own little, what do you call these, penny sleeves, just in case there's a scratch or some filament in there. Actually, it's decent. And drop it right into a card saver. So I was missing this one from my Modric collection. Of course, the Croatian stickers being the highest, I think, desired ones. But this one's not bad. It's on the list of interesting ones to pick up if you're a Modric fan. So that one goes over there, and we successfully navigated that surgery. The next one comes from Italy, and it is interesting. It comes with a delicatessen receipt. You never know what you're going to get, right? Oh, my lord, I almost missed the card. So this is a Cagares. These were issued like in sorpresas, like as little surprises. Very small card. So that's fun. Actually, I missed out. I thought I was gonna have a chance at some of the other options that this guy had, and unfortunately, I missed out on those. So that card had to make the long trip from Italy by itself. All right. So here's the next. Hey, good evening. See, now I'm just checking the comments. Good evening, peeps. So here we go. Well, this one comes from Argentina, and has a DHL tape, which you never like to see on these shipments. That usually means they've been searched by customs, and usually nothing. So here you go. Here's the message for the day. Babe, you deserve this. All right. So this one says, Al, 33. Yeah, I mean DHL, man. I tell you, it gets here, but I'm always like, oh my lord, in what shape? And here we go. So this again is from Argentina. And this will, the stuff I usually get from Argentina is from is my near hometown, growing up in Orange County, David. So, I felt like there was like something loose in there. Hope everything's well out in LA. I'm not wearing the UCLA hat, the UCSD hat for today. So, still that neck of the woods. All right, so let's see. Yeah, this one is going to be a lot of repackaging. You can see this is actually quite a few cards coming in from Argentina. I gotta get all the tape out of here, and then we'll start to break into it. If those of you who follow either my Instagram or just the collection in general, there's a lot of Argentine cards that are really important. I mean, one of the most important teams since the 1920s through today, right? They just won the World Cup again, but they've always been kind of at the forefront. So we have some amazing items in this shipment, and I'll try to get to some of them. This is actually really hard. This is a chapita, which means it's made of metal. I don't know if you can see that. And it there was this set made by Springer, I think, in 45 and 46, which was called Campeonato, and 1945 and 1946. And this is the Felix Listau metal card, which is really hard to. These are really, any of the metal cards have incredible, like, just damage. They've been like scratched on the front. This one is just in great shape. So happy to have this, and they're way more difficult. The cardboard ones are difficult, but the metal ones are like impossible. So here's Felix Listau. Awesome, love that. Here we have Angel Labruna in a Gran Capitan. Look at this. Look at this back. Absolutely beautiful. Super hard to find in this type of condition. Here's a Carlos Sosa. Wait till you see this back. Beautiful. And I was able to get a couple copies of this in never stuck condition. Awesome. This Starossa one is from 1950, I believe. So these will go over here. I won't pain you all by me putting in the card savers here unless it's really important card. Here is that an Adolfo Pedernera? It's a little miscut, but this Figuritas Pony set is awesome. What, 1946, I believe. So that's just crazy cool. Blank back. Still great shape. All right, so here, this is 1932. Aguila, this is a Roberto Cerro. Pretty much. I mean, not a super difficult card. And here is an Hermanillo Mas Antonio. And that's a rookie for him. Again, not the most impossible cards, but certainly attractive. This one's upside down, but I can show you this. This is a Angel Labruna. And these green Bicicleta cards, which is also made by Starossa, you can see it's removed, so it'll be like a 1.5, are really hard. Not the most attractive one, but really hard. And this is from the same set. This is Carlos Sosa. So another really fun, set. This one, Estrellitas de Oro. These, again, aren't the most attractive, but show what Argentina was like on the cusp of the war. I mean, oh no, hang on. What year was these? What year were these? Estrellitas de Oro. Oh, that's 1950. So still a nice look into where they are. These are really hard. I love how the back says, look at this back, it says, Sea inteligente, junta figuritas estrellitas del oro. So, be smart. Collect these little pieces of cardboard. Actually, you would have been smart if you picked up a lot of them as a kid for pennies and then you held them for a generation, pay for your retirement if you had those. Hang on here, I'm going to check the comments. With it, you know what? Not really. Are those smaller ones, with a game? Not really, at least not that I know of. There are a number of cards across the world that are associated with games. These are not. These are all album likes, and you can see the back where they're removed. So, and almost all of these, you can find albums that correspond with it. Here is a Gran Capitan Sosa. This is removed so you don't have the nice back like we had. I'll show you the difference of the backs. Like here is here's the Loruna, and then here's the Sosa. Look really nice, right? And then you can see on the back how you're gonna have figuritas, and then here the entire back on this one is gone. That's why to find them like this Labruna is just insane. Even with but even to get like stars from this set is hard. Gran Capitan is really hard. Oh, this is funny. So this is a really kind of nice Lestau Tuno, really nice. Has some bleed through on the back, but still really nice. Really attractive sticker. These figuritas cola I've always loved because they're bigger size. So these are really, nice. And here's a Farina. I have a little bit of F1 stuff. So that's also really nice. This one, by the way, is removed. You can see, but these are blank back, so it doesn't bother you. At least it doesn't bother me, I should say, that much. Here we have another Tuno Farina. This one's thrashed, but I love it. I just love the looks of these popos, Farina popo. Completely thrashed back, but it matches well with. I was gonna show. I had the Fangio here, but just cool. Now this one, I wonder if it'll get like an A. It'll probably get an A. Just so thrashed, but still awesome. We'll probably have it entombed anyway. Here's another Estrellitas de Oro by Farina. This is the best. This is the best condition one I've ever seen. And I don't know if this was actually issued in a different time than the soccer players. Here's another one of these Figuritas Bicicleta we saw before Labruna, I think, and this is Lestau. Here's another Pedernera, Adolfo Pedernera. And this one, look at how cool that back is, and then you get that paper loss right in the middle. That's a bit of a bummer, but still, these oval Figuritas Bicicleta are just so awesome. There's a Felix Lestau. Again, paper loss, but these are still just great. This one, almost no paper loss, you can see here. And this is Antonio Sastre. If these names aren't like coming to mind, as people that you would collect, I really invite you to just Google, Wikipedia these players. These players are just awesome. I mean, forgotten to time for a large extent. Here's Labruna again. Here's Farina, the driver, and a Klondike, 1951. These are pretty tough. Got some extra paper on it. Here's an Arsenio Orico on this Figuritas Bicicleta with an absolutely cool back. I can read everything. It's going to get a 1, but it's beautiful. Love it. Carlos Sosa, another great one. Again, it'll get a 1, but do we care? Not too much, really, honestly. Just having these is amazing. Then we've got, oh, this is one of the uglier sets, but it's also important. There's El Titan, which I think is 1949. Then there's Colegiales, which is 1950. And then there's Libertadores, which may be 1951. They all look pretty much the same, and they have really cheap looking albums. And the photography is tough to kind of look at like here, but when you actually see it in person, you can completely make out what it is. It's just they're usually light, and hard to recognize, but you can find pictures usually in El Gráfico, the magazine, that will have these exact player pictures in much better format. I like these just because they're so terrible that you're just surprised any of them survived. So that's pretty, these are cool. So you've got Titan, Colegiales, and Libertadores, if I'm not wrong. Here's a Figuritas Palm Farina. So these are fun too. So this is another nice one. So then here's a Figuritas Bicicleta, which is 1949 Farina. There's another La Bruna, right? Yeah, La Bruna, Starosta. Now PSA is calling a lot of these MC miscut because they were just terribly made. But you know what? This is the way the things were. They were just stamped. It was a little crooked, odd. Who cares? They're going in kids stuff. Nobody really cares. Here's a very. This is a Carlos Sosa, really thick card. I don't know if you can see this. And in the past, actually, here I'll pull this and show you guys. That particular type of card, this Starosta card, which I think is 41 to 43. Let's see. I'm able to tell you here. Well, they put it as 42. So what they did here is they actually encapsulated this in coin holders because it's so thick. So let's see what they do. I also have another couple of these where they encapsulated them in thicker card holders. So I have 3 of these that have been, I'll just show them to you since we're here. 3 of these in these coin holders. Man, look at this one. I'm just looking at this. 6MC. I mean, how beautiful is that? Most of these things are totally destroyed. That was a Panera. This is a Sastre and a 3. And then this is a Rico and a 3. Just gorgeous, though. This one will not. This will be a 1. You can see here. And then the back is like all thrashed. So anyway, I don't know how they'll do it. At first I was kind of bothered by these little coin holders, but then I kind of like them. And by the way, they included this little box back to me. Collectors Universe, who owns PSA, owns this this coin grading company, PCGS or whatever. I guess they're a leader as well on coins, but that makes it fun. So yeah, so a few comments here. Yeah, so there's the bold, like especially when you see these backs, the bold backs, which are just hard to find, are really fun. And then this collection really was something special. So I picked up obviously a lot of them. I'll need to go through and decide what's getting graded, how, when, where. But now PSA is grading a lot of these cards. So here's one of the last ones, Figuritas Pony. Lots of La Bruna now that and Listau, which of course are part of the Machina, and it's just great players to collect. I forget who it was. If it was, I think I did a video on Listau, and and one of his family members reached out and said, thanks for keeping the memory of his dad or grandfather alive, which is super cool, and I think this we should all work to keep memories of great players alive. So, um, and then let's see on this card holders. Yeah, this inconsistent with the coin holders. Yeah, some are thin. Yeah, the thick ones don't fit. Yeah, so there's I don't know what it is either. You would think they would be standard. Like you get a card like this and it tells them how to holder it. So this is you can see pretty thick. Let's see if I have a PSA holder around here. Yep, I do. So if you are looking at the thickness, it's like time and a half, more or less, time and a half on these coin holders, um, which is why they um, they have their own little holders. So again, I only have 3 of them that are these little coin holders, but it certainly is interesting. So yeah, I also so this is interesting, and hopefully this will be helpful to everyone, Dave. I personally now am writing on the bottom of the comments of my submissions. Please put in standard holders, or alternatively, the smallest holder that they'll fit. Because I've gotten a few oversized ones. Actually, I don't have them here. Would clearly fit in a standard thing holder. So if you would have seen some of my previous issues when I get shipments back from PSA, it always seems like a few of them are in the wrong size. Same kind of thing with SGC. So, I wish that number one it was standard to the lowest, and then number two, it wasn't so much of a crapshoot. But right now, it clearly is a little bit of a crapshoot. Um, so there you go. On that one, so I basically just put, and I put it in the comments on the submission form, and then I also usually put like a post-it, and I don't know if this gets to the ultimate, person who's doing the encapsulation, which I think is going to be a different person who's doing the prep and the grading, but I'm just trying to minimize the risk of my cards ending up in the wrong size holder. I'm not 100%, but you know what? Hey, just hey guys, I don't know what happened there. Hopefully, I wasn't gone very long. Wow, that was weird. So anyway, the that's kind of the small ones. Crazy cool collection from Argentina. We'll have to go through all of those things and kind of prep them and decide what gets graded and what doesn't. So apologize if I lost someone there in this in that craziness. My screen just went dark. So is this the last one? Yeah. So the last one for today is this another VHL. This one, thank God, was not opened. So we will kind of get in there with this one. And this is, I think, just one, but an important card. So we were almost done anyway. But if you stayed, if you're one of the handful of people who have stayed on, I think you'll be rewarded because I think this one is the most important card of all of the mail days here that we have had thus far. And I think it's packaged as such. All right. Pick off one other side. Oh, yeah. Okie dokie. So here we have. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this right out. You may recall right here, I was talking to you about some different issues that are all quite similar, but slightly different. And here is, and this is going to be hard to see because these are just hard to see, as I told you a little earlier. This is probably a card that I'm going to guess that no one has ever seen here, because this is one of two cards that I know exist. And this is a 1950 Colegiales Alfredo Di Stefano. You can see this, and this actually doesn't have a lot of paper loss like some of the other ones. Do I have a Colegiales around here? In the Argentine stuff. Oh yeah. Okay, here you go. So here's another Colegiales. You see how this one has paper loss? This one has none. Oh, great. Well, maybe a little bit up here. Now that I look at it. Oh yeah, right here. But you can see the full back here. It's like super less distracting than this one that's in the middle. And then this Panera is here. So yeah, is it blurry? Yeah, just noticed. So I wonder what weird. I'll have to double. Is it the angle? I don't know if that's better. So these cards in general are generally hard to see the actual image. This is Di Stefano's face at a side angle like this. And there's a Titan of him as well. I'm just trying to get between the reflection and this as best an image as you can. But it's going to be a little fuzzy. So sorry about that. But this card, to my eyes, I mean, any Argentine Di Stefano is huge. Not the prettiest. Like, would you rather have a Revancha, this card over here? Probably, because you can, fully appreciate him. It's really nice. But this particular one is incredibly elusive. So adding this to, some of the other great Di Stefano cards from Argentina, like this Aruc, which actually would be like considered a rookie, 1947 rookie material, is just great. Super hard. I've been trying to identify all the albums and the Di Stefano cards that could be out there and try to put together the run of Argentine Di Stefano cards. And this is one that had eluded me for 15 years, and super happy to get it. It's these little weird pieces of cardboard from all over the world that keep us collecting, and that is a lot of fun. So hopefully I'll be able to. I agree with you 100%, David. The chase is so much fun, and these oddball cards that so few people know about are great. And hopefully I'll be able to get these graded by PSA because they're in Raphael's book, which you can see here. For those of you who collect Argentine or want to collect Argentine books, this is an invaluable resource from Rafael Bitran. And you can see right in here, he's got the Colegiale as 1950. You can see in his book a little bit better than what you can see on my. And this was Titan 49. Again, they look the exact same. That's just the back and the album that's different. And then he follows that with El Libertador. Oops, something just fell. which also look the exact same. And the Grand Película, I think you've seen these before. They have like they came from like film, and those are also from 1950. So you'll see those with some racers and some soccer players. So yeah, that's kind of the mail that's been waiting for me the last couple weeks. But let's see. Let's see if there's any other comments, and we can have a chat. Okay, the cool team photo. Okay, so this is a little different because it's not soccer, but this right here is a photograph of the Chicago American Giants, which is a Negro League baseball team when they were touring in Canada around 1910, and it's hard to fully appreciate, but it's the clarity of the photo is just absolutely insane. It's really rare to have panoramic photos or large photos of Negro League teams because they are they were quite poverty stricken generally, and these photographs were very expensive. And you can see Rube Foster in the middle in his nice three-piece suit, and also has Pop Lloyd and Pete Hill, who are Hall of Famers. So you have three Hall of Famers in this absolutely beautiful, crystal clear photograph with some really nice fencing and stuff behind. So it's to me one of my absolute favorite photographs that I have, and that's why it's on the wall behind me. You usually don't see it because my big fat head is in the middle, but you usually see a lot of soccer cards. So that's the story of that photo. Yeah, hey peeps. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for being part of the hobby, and hopefully you not only got to see some fun stuff, but enjoyed it. No, Jose Roberto Inez. I am sorry. I really keep looking for stuff from Brazil. I just can't seem to find anything that represents either is filling a hole in my collection or is of significant um, is of value right now. The market has been decreasing here in the U.S. and a lot of people kind of have stars in their eyes in terms of what they want to sell things for in Brazil. So I haven't been able to make any deals lately, but always open to it, always trying. I promise you. Yeah. So this, yeah, right. Yeah. So that's on the photo. Yeah, it's really cool stuff. What else we got? Yep. Thank you guys for watching. Hey, if you haven't already, please hit that like button. Really appreciate it, and subscribe. Again, I'll be back with a number of videos here over the next month if I can get some time, and we can certainly continue the happy chat. Make sure if you haven't joined the Discord, you join the Discord. I'll put a link in the video below. It's just a great group of people who love collecting from all over the world. So it's super fun. Don't forget to follow me also on Instagram, El Rey Collection, and I'll also put a link below. So yeah, the market's not great. I don't know if I'd use that word, but certainly a great time to be a collector, which I actually put in my 2023 predictions at the beginning of the year, and that has proven absolutely to be right. And hey, Jose Roberto Inez would love to hear from you going forward about anything of interest. So thanks everybody. Again, take care, stay safe, and we'll chat with everyone again. But thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoyed the live. Take care, everybody. Bye.